From one #1 contenders match to another, we are about to find out who is next in line for an opportunity at the WCPW Championship. And it might just be the Iron Man, a member of the Prestige, Joe Coffey.
The hits just keep on coming.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is scheduled for one fall. And it is a four-way match. Introducing first, representing the Prestige, this is Joe Coffey!
Joe Coffey, as the flames rise around him, is looking to set his career alight here by becoming the #1 contender. Coffey, as always, with that Travelodge card in his mouth, a symbol of the disdain he has for the disrespect he believes he has been shown consistently by WCPW management.
Well, it is disrespect. I've said it before, I'll say it again. How many times are you going to make me say that tonight? Guys like Joe Coffey, they deserve to be staying in the finest hotels imaginable, not slumming it in Travelodge. And Joe Coffey, after he becomes #1 contender, well, it's in the Prestige's locker. Trust me, this is going to be something else. Oh. Mexican sensation, give me a break.
What have you got against El Ligero now?
Ladies and gentlemen, making his way to the ring from... This is El Ligero!
Well, let me tell you, El Ligero, he's suffered quite the string of losses here in WCPW. And you know, that's what you get for being a sportsman, for having fair play and always wanting to do the right thing. Sometimes it's not about doing the right thing. It's about earning money, it's about earning prestige.
El Ligero, as you say, a bit of a losing streak recently, including that Hendry Mania, if we're still calling it that, against Speedball Mike Bailey from Canada.
What a match that was. If you haven't already, check that out on What Culture Extra. That is one hell of a match.
That Hendry Mania is available on What Culture Extra right now. And El Ligero, well, while he had a man a similar size to him in Bailey, is up against 3 heavyweights. Ligero, by far the smallest man in this #1 contenders match.
You want to talk about big men? Here comes another who has history with El Ligero. Let's not forget that.
Ladies and gentlemen, making his way to the ring from the Black Country, this is Dave Mastiff!
Dave Mastiff is absolutely enormous. And we talked about the impressive physique, the impressive physical presence of Johnny Moss. Well, Dave Mastiff is another one that just makes you do a double take. He is an absolutely huge human being.
You imagine this man being the #1 contender for the prestigious WCPW Championship. Even I would be scared. And as you've witnessed already tonight, Mr. Bradshaw, James R. Kennedy doesn't get scared often.
Yeah. What was it? What were you doing when Primate came out here?
I was looking after some fans behind us who had some misfortune.
Ladies and gentlemen, making his way to the ring from Leeds, this is Rampage!
Well, a man you know very well, Rampage, has been really tearing through the various members of the Prestige as of late. And Rampage, I think, could be just moments away here from becoming that #1 contender, but it is going to be no easy task when you think of the 3 men in there. It's not just a member of the Prestige, and you wouldn't write off Joe Coffey in any case, but when you've got Dave Mastiff and you've got the Mexican sensation in there, this one is one of the most unpredictable matches I can think of that we've had in WCPW.
That is the word, unpredictable. You have a Mexican sensation, an Iron Man. You have a bastard, shall we say, in Dave Mastiff from the Black Country, and you have Rampage. And let me tell you who I see when I close my eyes at night. It's Rampage. I still have nightmares about the look that this man gave me when he was desecrating Primate.
Mastiff's right here in the corner in front of us. I think Mastiff is wider than my car. Look at him. Wow.
Wider than both our cars put together. This man is one hell of a specimen.
You don't own a car. In any case, this is
it's a push bike, okay? I'm in between cars right now.
Well, this is a fatal four-way match. It is a 1-fall match, which means you only need to pin one of your opponents to win this one. Let me ask you this. You fancy yourself a strategic expert here.
Absolutely.
Do you think, just given his size, that El Ligero will be considered by the other three men the weak link and the man they will try and focus their efforts on here?
Oh, 100%. And you take into account the losses. And look at this. This is stupidity. Absolutely. Joe Coffey of the Prestige here. Absolutely. Remember at Hendry Mania how Joe Coffey pulled the wool over all our eyes? Even I was fooled. Even I was fooled, Bradshaw. But you want to talk about El Ligero? Well, he's just poking the wrong fight here. He's poking the wrong bears. And all three of these men in the ring are definitely bears.
Yeah, how did that tactical brilliance on the part of Joe Coffey work out for him at Hendry Mania? You want to tell us that?
Absolutely not. It's, again, with the details, we don't need them. They're not important. Look at this. Oh, God. Did you see how he moved for such a large man? But again, Joe Coffey's so smart to get himself out of harm's way.
Keeps on having to tell everyone how smart he is, though, doesn't he? Coffey, hang on a second, bouncing off the middle, off the top, went for that crossbody, and nobody home.
And look at this. Does a champion make hand gestures like that? No, that is why El Ligero was on a losing streak. He needs to learn and learn fast.
Well, he could yet be a champion soon if Ligero can somehow pull this out.
All it takes is one fall, you said it earlier.
Ligero going to try and scoop up Coffey, and there you see it. There is the disadvantage that El Ligero has compared to the other three.
It's what you were talking about, Bradshaw. El Ligero needs to learn. He needs to pick the right fight here. And he needs to use his speed to his advantage. But look at this. Ganging up on the Prestige. It's just not fair.
Coffey again retreating to the outside. I'm sure you're going to say that's sound strategy. I think it's cowardice, but
it's smart.
Each to their own, I suppose. Ligero on the middle turnbuckle. Goes for a Hurricane Rana and takes out the big man, Dave Mastiff.
Impressive leg strength to get a man Mastiff's size over like that. Doesn't work on Coffey, though.
Uppercut there from Coffey. Oh, and Coffey trying his best to antagonize this crowd with a Superman punch.
Did you just see what I just saw? That was the thing of beauty.
Of course I did. I'm watching the same thing as you.
Wonderful.
Oh, now hang on. Coffey's got that Travelodge card. The ultimate sign of the chip that is permanently on Coffey's shoulder. But here comes Rampage.
He removes that card.
Oh, Coffey almost swallowed the card.
Well, he might need that later on.
Coffey is his arrogance there with El Ligero came back to hurt him as Rampage hit him and now hits Mastiff with an enormous Samoan drop that literally made the ring shake, made the whole building shake. El Ligero takes down Rampage.
He's trying to get these fans on side. Don't care about the people when you're in there with someone like Rampage.
Ligero trying for another Hurricane Rana, but this time Mastiff catches him, and Mastiff sends Ligero flying into Joe Coffey.
Poor Joe Coffey, just minding his own business there.
Here's a question for you. If Joe Coffey were to win this and Hendry was somehow, without the help of the Prestige, was able to beat Martin Kirby tonight, what would that mean? Coffey v Hendry?
Well, that's what the Prestige won.
Is it?
You see, when the prestigious one fights one of the most prestigious Iron Men in the country, that would, you imagine how many tickets we would sell for that?
Could be trouble in paradise as far as the Prestige are concerned if those two were going to main event built to destroy against each other.
We could have Coffee Mania, and let me tell you, Joe Hendry, he likes his black, like his heart.
Well, we'll leave that there. James R. Kennedy finally losing the plot as Dave Mastiff sends El Ligero into the corner.
You laugh at me, Dave Bradshaw.
I'm laughing with you.
I'm a very serious man.
I promise I'm laughing with you.
No, I don't believe it. Anyway, back to this match.
Mastiff sent to the outside as Coffey sneak attack there on Ligero. Big stomp into the abdomen.
Look at the height he got. Just something as simple as a stomp mid-ring, and Joe Coffey leaped almost to the top of this building.
So Coffey grabbing Ligero by the horns there. Don't forget those horns were recently ripped off the head of Ligero by Mastiff.
Hey, and I bet you Dave Mastiff, here's another one, has no regrets over taking one of Ligero's horns off that stupid mask. How about that? Get it? No regrets?
What?
Rumble? Championship Rumble? No, mind. Okay. I'm lost on you.
You know, if you have to explain the joke, maybe the joke's not a great one.
Well, if it takes you that long to get it.
Mastiff and Coffey now bullying Ligero, to be honest.
Well, this is what you said earlier on. Is El Ligero going to be looked upon as the weaker man by the other guys he's in the ring with? The answer is yes, yes, and indeed yes.
They are double teaming Ligero here, but Rampage has snuck in behind me. They haven't seen him. Rampage saving Ligero, but pushing him out of the way, and a double clothesline from Rampage.
You imagine the power it takes to take both those men off their feet.
Rampage, Uranagi on Joe Coffey. Surely not on Mastiff. God, what power! What power from Rampage!
Raw-boned power. We've already seen raw-boned earlier on from Johnny Moss and others. Now Rampage, he's giving it a little extra.
Rampage is on the middle rope, and another double clothesline takes out the other two big men.
Crowd loving Rampage here. And as you alluded to earlier on, Bradshaw, Rampage, he loves the thought of tearing his way through the Prestige towards the prestigious one, Joe Hendry. And that's exactly what he'll get if he wins this match. Look at that big boot. Again, the speed from Mastiff.
Mastiff with a clothesline on Rampage. And oh my God, look at that senton splash. That will break your ribs. Mastiff, cover on Rampage. It's two, it's only two, and the match continues.
He's got Coffey.
Coffey trying for another Superman punch. Rampage rolling to the outside. Ligero with a kick to the side of the head of Coffey.
It's what Ligero needs. That opportunistic streak.
The agility from Ligero means he lands on his feet from that German suplex attempt.
No way.
Mastiff, shoulders down. Ligero to steal one, and Ligero was a split second away.
I have to admit, I thought that was over and done with. I have never seen anything like that in my life. A man the size of Dave Mastiff, but this is exactly what Ligero needs. Again, he must have that speed.
El Ligero goes to the ropes. Oh, Coffey's caught him. Coffey's caught him. Giant swing on Ligero. And he's planted face first. Coffey, cover to become the #1 contender. And Coffey didn't quite get it done.
In my opinion, Joe Coffey has wrestled such a clever, such a smart match here. He's picking his moments. And again, I hate to say it, he's picking on the smaller man. And sometimes that's what you have to do. Hit down the way. If you have the chance to hit someone that's smaller than you, I say do it. That's what life's all about.
Coffey has been caught here on the turnbuckle by Rampage. Rampage is going to try and suplex Joe Coffey.
Oh no.
Into the ring here. Hang on, Mastiff is there. Mastiff with a shot to Rampage into the small of the back. What is, hang on now. What is this? Oh my! Powerbomb into the suplex. Ligero, Mexican wave on Joe Coffey.
Joe Coffey taking some serious punishment. Don't forget, Joe Coffey, the only man in this match to qualify for the Pro Wrestling World Cup. How about that?
I tell you, if El Ligero's momentum had not meant he bounced off of Coffey, I think Ligero could have pinned Coffey right there.
That's a very, very good point. Unfortunate break for Ligero, but a very, very good one for Joe Coffey.
Joe Coffey, as you say, currently the only Scottish representative in the World Cup finals. We will get a second one at Built to Destroy when Kenny Williams takes on Coffey's mate in the Prestige, BT Gunn.
It's going to be two members of the Prestige. It has to be. They're too good. There's a reason they are the Prestige.
Headbutt from Coffey on Mastiff.
What a war this
Rampage
is.
are going to go for the pile driver. Coffey goes for the black Coffey and gets it.
He likes his coffee black.
Mastiff, German suplex. And Coffey's been sent to the outside. Mastiff now.
Well, at this point in the match, we said earlier on, Coffey smart, staying on the outside, waiting to pick his spots. That's all changed now.
Oh.
He can't afford to be outside the ring.
C4L! Mastiff caught him. Mastiff with too much power. Ligero though! The DDT on Mastiff!
Where is he getting all of these moves? How can he do them on men the size of Dave Mastiff?
Ligero goes for the Mexican Wade and nails it! But hang on, Rampage! Oh, Rampage! Oh, Ligero! Pile driver! Is that enough? Rampage! Cover! Both legs hurt! And Rampage wins it! Rampage is the #1 contender!
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner and now #1 contender for the WCPW Championship, Rampage!
So Rampage heads to Built to Destroy, where he will face the WCPW champion with the gold on the line.
That is going to be some match, Dave Bradshaw. But let's not forget, Joe Coffey, disappointment here. He ain't going to Built to Destroy for that championship, but he still has a role in who holds that championship tonight.
Well, of course, Rampage will go and challenge the champion. We don't know, though, who the champion is going to be. Coming up next, the last man standing match. Finally, Martin Kirby gets a chance to get Joe Hendry in the ring one-on-one with no disqualifications. And I say he's going to be on his own because our general manager, Adam Blompier, has decreed that if any other member of the Prestige shows up during this last man standing match and interferes, then Hendry will be stripped of the title.
Disgusting call. Who does Blompier think he is? Poking his nose.
He's the general manager. Who do you think he thinks he is?
Well, you know, he needs to... Martin Kirby used to be general manager, and look what's happened to him. Blompier needs to think about his future very closely.
Well, Martin Kirby, as well as being a former general manager, is also a former WCPW champion. He won that championship in the No Regrets Championship Rumble.
Lucky.
But it only lasted a few days because less than a week later, Joe Hendry beat him for the title by referee stoppage. Kirby believes he never lost the belt. He never lost by pinfall or submission. Now he has a chance to win it back.